Alright, here we go. We have what I believe may be the final round of the Swiss tournament put on by ntillerman on fantasystrike.com. Links to the bracket and details in the description of the video. I'm following Djister through the bracket, and we're in round 4, Djister versus Shax, Midori versus Valerie. These players are meeting up later in the International Yomi League, so expect this to be drama-filled. The game will have changed by the end of this match. They're not here to make friends. This is what happens when people stop pretending and everyone lives in the real... I don't know what the slogan is. Block block, pretty good opening. I think Valerie tends to open, at least the Valeries I've faced tend to open block or throw. But I'm not sure. As Rook, I'm happy to block or throw into that. With Midori, I don't know, the again, I'm not very familiar with how the Dragon Man functions. Expect me and many others to be following up on Leontis's cryptic secret Midori strats revelation bomb dropped in the forums. So me and dozens of other people will probably be following up on his replay to see what exactly, whether it's a valuation thing that he's doing that he alluded to, or if it's some sort of read-based play where he's just gotten familiar with enough people that are playing in the league. Shax getting first blood, getting the throw. Possibility that he either follows up with a set of normals to get aces. Here we go. Follows it up for aces or goes for a knockdown cross up next turn. I'm wondering if Djister is saying that just because he has a dragon Q in hand. Whoa. Okay, big damage. Starting the game off right. The healthy 28. Going down to 5 cards. This seems to be the thing that people do to Djister is go down to low hand and then just make him sweat continuously. Valerie confirmed Persephone. Yes. Yes. Hashtag mind games. Valerie's character quote should be good, bad, I'm the one with the gun. So 5 cards, so again, Djister is in this awkward position where he has to either apply throw pressure. Ooh, Shax just going in. I can't imagine he follows that up, yeah. That would just be crazy. So content to be at 5 cards. At this point, it's gotta be cross up normal or a block. They're onto your tricks, Djister. I expect high normals from here on out. Just 8s. Just pure 8s. No straights at all. Just single 8s. And every single one of them will land into a throw. I make this promise to you now. So Midori already down 57, or down to 57 against Val, working on a perfect. Yep. I really hope what's going to be particularly hard for other than this matchup just being generally difficult, I think, for grapplers. Although at least it feels fairly difficult as a rook player. I'm not so sure about Midori and Trock. I really enjoy it when people interact during the games. Makes things more pleasant. As long as everyone behaves. Time for misinformation. Tell all the lies. Garcia style. Come on. Nope. This. What? Shax. What are you doing? Sweetman's hand. Gets the throw. Good confidence builder there. Gets a pesky 6 out of Val's arsenal too. Okay. Looking for aces. I want to cross up normal here so bad. I want it to be real and I want it to work. Okay. Less likely now. Things just got quite scary. And this is the tricky part with Midori. This is why I played him for a while in quick match when I first joined the site. I think that's 0-5 for no. Djister did land an earlier checkmate buster, but I think that was the only one that's successfully landed so far. It was beautiful though. I mean. That's the problem with chasing the dragon, right? Like, you get that first hit and then you can't give it up. Just paralyzed by the allure of that max damage. But as I was saying, I played Midori for quite a while in quick match, and just never understood how he worked. Clanatoy has written a fantastic guide on the character, which made him make a lot more sense to me, but I still really dislike going into dragon form. I get in there, and because it distorts the payoffs for my opponent so much, I just have no clue what I'm doing. Like, it's science dog all over the place. I'm just staring there, looking at beakers and barking. It's awful. Ooh, doesn't get... So no normals? No normals. Handful of throws? Or does he have just a bunch more K and jank? Just throw all day here, I guess. Unless it's a Garcia play. Double acing coming. Stacks of Qs incoming from Val. All of the Qs forever. But no, really, I think if you have another K throw, as Djister, I would throw it. The follow-up is... yeah, that's good too. Punish. Punishment! Although running into that into a block It just seems like any K throw or super is going to checkmate Val's hand right now. So possibility that Djister just is waiting for a few more pairs to show up in his hand so he can power up for aces and go for another super throw. The if Shax's hand, no, okay. I was about to say if Shax's hand really is that bad, I might, I guess, I know it's tough, right? As Val, like, you're so programmed to, like, you so badly want to do damage and rush down and do sweet Val things, paint the town red, that, like, filling in a combo where you can't get an ace out of it, or just overcommitting cards and going to low hand. Whoa, whoa. Okay, so maybe the hand wasn't kind to him because he just had all 4 Ks? Beastly. 25 life, that's what, throw into AA for lethal? I can't remember how much Val deals in throw damage. 6, I think? Yeah, 6, so 24. Or 22, rather. So not quite there yet. Although a set of normals into AA will do it. So 16, you need 9 damage. Definitely doable for Val. Five, 6, yeah, 2 6s, a 5, so some high damage stuff has already gone. Tough position to be in for Djister as Midori here. Down a bunch of life. Already has 2 aces in discard, so the comeback potential of a final Dragon Buster is significantly reduced. Val is on low hand, which is relatively low hand at least, so hopefully you're not going to be punished too hard for combat losses. But an ace here or there and a couple of normals can really just close Midori out here. Only Q undercuts Val's options, and even then an opposing Q from Val will also shut that down. Nice, gets the dodge. Face down for Val? No. 58 health, you can afford to take even 20 damage for, yeah. So evens things up a little bit. But Djister's combat damage is really reduced unless he connects with a Q. Shax having all 4 aces in? Or all 3 remaining aces in hand, maybe? Or he just has mono attack. Entirely possible he just has mono attack. Okay, giving up dragon form. Hopefully he has either 2 Js or an 8. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely happy to let... Oh wow, okay, 4 burst of speeds in hand. That's rough, buddy. Although, you could throw with burst of speed, throw with the 10, and then burst of speed 3 times to snag the 4. Right? Yeah. There's the Q. Unless he has another Q in hand, I don't expect this to be pumped. Okay, that implies to me that there's another Q in hand. Debating the second pump? Nope. So now Q and the and 2 pump is lethal. Dealing exactly 15 damage. Djister once again having to thread the needle. Again, that low card Val, like that low card Val. But she doesn't need to do much. She doesn't need to string together much to deal 14 damage. Entirely possible to do it off of every combat reveal. And I fully expect this to be GG unless there's a Joker. Nope. Oh! Oh wow. Okay. A lot of work to be done here, though. Dodge again if you have it. Dodge into K. Yeah. Going for chip is really likely, especially because it can compete with even a glimpsed J. 22. Oh yeah, so nothing big in hand for Djister as far as I can tell. Block from Shax seems to me to be pretty good. There's no way to kill off of it. Or, well, no, okay. Assuming that Djister has a throw into J pump, that would be lethal. So I really want him to have that and to play it right now. And I want Shax to block because he thinks he doesn't have it. Because I'm a huge Djister fanboy. But basically, Val makes me sad as Rook, so always cheer against Val. Nope. Okay. Is this a bluff form? Just reveal dragon and then normal throw? Although dragon form J into 8 into JJ with the remaining 4 cards would be hilarious. But I don't think his plays so far indicate that he has a hand like that. I would if you have the J, we probably would have seen it come at the end of a combo before now. Unless it's the long game, but I don't think so. Nice. Very nice. Oh. Oh my god. Tie? Are you serious right now? Third versus Veed? No. No, why would you... Why would you burst of speed there then? But why? I don't understand. Man, yeah, I agree. I gotta say. They must be looking at just the strangest hands ever. Like... So just fishing for the fourth burst of speed? No, they're I don't understand. I'm so confused. Help, help, IDK. So does that mean he has no attacks? He just puts a 3 down? Oh god, no. That's brutal. That is brutal. Oh my goodness. No, but he had the 3! I guess... I guess... I can only assume that... Wait, what are Val's normals? What's Val normal speed? It's 0.4, yeah, so it only... No, okay, I don't understand. I don't understand that one. Because Midori doesn't have an attack on 3. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. It was hilarious, though. Because 2 combo into 3. I wish I knew if Djister had already used both jokers, or if we still had one in hand, because getting hit by the 2 and then jokering the 3 follow-up. Oh, I'm so happy just thinking of it as a possibility. It would have been the worst thing ever. Just everyone quits everything forever. Philo shuts down fantasystrike.com. She's like, I'm done. This is not the world I want to live in. You ask too much of me, Lord. Okay, game 2. Entirely possible that fatigue is setting in for all competitors. They have been playing for about 4 hours now. Yeah, 4.5 hours. Makes the connection on the 2. Does he go for... Okay, just goes for a single ace. All small damage normals. So we can assume that he does not have much in the way of normal attacks. So the question is, does he play the ace to fill his hand up a bit more? Does he block, assuming that the ace is going to cow Djister into blocking for a turn at least? 10 damage is no joke, and it draws a card, which is nice. Dat normal ace. Yeah. I think Djister's happy to be thrown here. Unless this is followed up with Masterpiece. Okay, it is. I like the straight into single power up for single ace, and then throw mix up, just because it at least it exploits the information, the lack of information about his hand. If you have the 2 aces, if you don't have the 2 aces, it's much more likely to just be an ace or block mix up, I think. Just because the payoff, if everything else about his hand were true, where he threw, or where he put 3 low normals together, it would imply that he doesn't have much else to follow up the throw with. So why bother going for the throw setup? Okay. Djister flexing his dragon muscles. Trying to discourage pokes. With the low normals having been played, the J is pretty good. Trades nicely with a non-burst of speeded 2. 2 damage for 8. Good trade. So my assessment of Shax's hand is that it's not that great. Djister, I assume, just has a bunch of throws and blocks, and some indeterminate amount of dragon moves. I don't think the J says anything about whether there's glimpse in hand or not. It's entirely possible. It does imply the possibility that he has another J, because the payoff for that is really nice. Did 16 damage as a combat reveal. Not bad. Nice. Gets the K throw. And similar to grappler matchups where K reveal backed by glimpse is really effective. It's also very effective versus Val, who can burst of speed to try to get around the 4.4 speed version. It just costs 2 burst of speeds if she combat reveals a 7. So that makes it more likely that that Djister has glimpse in hand, although it doesn't guarantee it. Still just a good card to throw with. So Djister is definitely where he wants to be, I think. If I'm correct about Shax's hand, he can safely play kind of a block throw range, like a heavy throw, slight block range, and be relatively safe. Nice. Okay, that's good. If it leads into something. Ooh. Oh. You don't see that every day. Cherish that moment. Good lord. That is beef. Yeah. Yeah, ow indeed. Good dag. Well worth the effort. And I think Djister definitely, that indicates that Djister has a read on Shax's hand, saying, okay, it's mostly blocks and throws, you've got plenty of cards in hand, you're soft to throws anyway, so why not throw? Yep. Okay. Shax blocking and showing him that he has a 5 in hand, so he's got some attacks. Possibly trying to give Djister some pause. Does have 10 cards in hand. So possibly some face card, possibly queens in hand that Shax doesn't really want to play until Dragon Form is a thing, because it stuffs queens. Stuffs Dragon Queens, rather. Djister continuing to go play offensive Midori. Shax continuing to block with the same 5. So this is either an amazing bait, and yeah, so a lot depends on whether Djister wants to continue this aggression, and I think a glimpsed Dragon Queen or a glimpsed Queen would be pretty good here. Although I don't know how likely Djister is to throw into high card Val. The normal attacks may also indicate either that he has the other AA, which is a distinct possibility now to think about it, because it's lethal. And that would explain why he's so aggro, because it only needs to catch 1 throw. And if Shax's hand composition is what we think it is, then it's fairly likely. throwing with the 2. Oh, man. Okay, so this better be a big punish from Shax to get back in this. It's also entirely possible that all of Djister's moves have been backed by Joker. This would also be a good place to bluff, I would assume. Nope. Okay, empties the hand of normals. Gets 2 aces in hand. Dragon Queen trigger here, if he's got it. Because that can lead... No, can't quite lead into lethal. Unless it's Dragon Queen, J-Pump, or J-Pump rather. And 1J is already in the grave. Not sure how likely that is. Yeah, glimpse. There we go. Does he have the J? I don't think you follow up into this. Doesn't seem worth it. No. Yeah, I don't like that. Although, 9 life Val, 60 life Midori. Assuming you have like a dodge or 2, possibly another queen with glimpse, could be a valid risk. If there's a Joker backing that up as well, your effective health is much, much higher. Although at 5 cards versus 13 of Val's, he does have to be careful, because this can equalize pretty quickly. Val can really, really pile on the damage with her bold strokes, and ending on J-Pump Pump. 21 damage for 2 combo pips, pretty good. Yeah, nice. Probably backed by glimpse as well, so good risk. In fact, pumping with the jacks there to make your hand weaker seeming would also be a pretty good valuation trap. So Djister up 2-0. I think Shax primarily plays Val. I don't know if he exclusively plays Val. I don't know what the matchup for this is, or the matchup numbers for this are, according to Aphodix's matchup chart. Shax thinking about switching out. Okay, Vendetta. Interesting. This is, it's a... I'm wondering... I don't know which way this is lopsided. Vendetta's dodges are usually pretty strong, but in this matchup, very much not. Dragon Queen just eats everything that isn't a block. It's a matter of Vendetta being able to find the damage he needs, avoid. The nice thing is he can discourage Final Dragon Buster, because he can always So long as he has acrobatics and a dodge in hand, he can just ignore that. So his effective health can be much, much higher. But if he knocks down Midori, Dragon Queen is a free get-up. So it can be quite tricky. And some ordinarily really strong moves like dodge into King or dodge into Precision Strike, or Surgical Strike, sorry, his triple ace move, are, again, because of dragon moves, much less effective. So straight King attack or straight King throw. Much more likely, I think. Which just means those dodges are much more, are essentially dedicated to acrobatics. Barring something like Wrath of Earth play from Midori, which I could see Djister doing. It's a fairly good, fairly competitive speed. It's 1.2. It beats Ven's normal pokes. The only thing it loses to, in terms of attacks, is King on knockdown and triple ace. But those are fairly risky against a grappler that likes to block a lot, and Djister is definitely that. Both players taking some time. Okay. Shax going for the throw mix-up. Djister making the correct call. Getting that damage in. Because of acrobatics, the life total is very, very close right now. I have to assume... I don't know, I tend to assume Vendetta throwing a grappler is always backed by acrobatics, but he's gotta not have it sometime, so can't really say anything about hand state, I think. Okay, content to build some hand. Vendetta definitely more effective the more cards he has in hand. Midori also prefers to have as many cards as possible. Trying to fill that hand with good dragon resources. Okay, stuffs the king. Chasing the earlier block, possibly. Gets the knockdown. So we got king set up. Although, I suppose it's also likely that Shax just blocks here because of the strength of a glimpsed Q reveal. There you go. Just willing to risk the 2-poke. Wants to hold on to the king. Djister doesn't have to glimpse that to beat the 2. Chooses just to deal the 10 damage. I think that's correct. Midori's dodges are really strong in this matchup because of depending on the Vendetta player's behavior. So if Shax is indicating that he's poking a lot, then Midori gets a real boost in power for any dodge he has, because he can punish with 12 to 20 damage. whether he has a king or Wrath of Earth in hand. Shax seems to be playing a fairly mixed range. Almost positive this is another 2. No, 3. Okay. So does not have another 2. So Glimpsed J now becomes much more effective for Djister. Going for the knockdown. Happy to try to fish out as many of the dragon Qs as he can. And at whatever point he feels like he no longer wants to take that damage, if he has acrobatics, he can refuse that. And still have Midori in a knockdown state. Although post-acrobatics, Midori can respond with a Glimpsed J, because that will undercut every option that Vendetta could reveal. Vendetta's a pretty cool character. I really enjoy playing him. Mostly play him in casuals, but he can be really fun. So Djister probably deciding whether he wants to glimpse another Q or just play another Q raw. Or if he does something a little more risky in light of Shax's probable K in hand. Wow, yeah, that's a rough... That's a call out. Throwing with a 9. Either he's implying that he has no okay, he must have just dragon cards in hand. Or just a ton of throws. Power up and then dragon form. Yeah. Ooh. Bad feels here. So putting him in the I'm going to final dragon buster you. Or yeah, you can no longer cross up. Or just dodge into final dragon buster. So that's the typical mix up. Ooh, lands it. Very nice. Gotta feel good. If he's not popping out of his seat right now, doing a bunch of fist pumps, then he's a stronger man than I. Have all 4? No. Still 36 damage, nothing to sneeze at. And still in dragon form. Was there an earlier ace that I missed? No. So, no acrobatics in hand? Or the fact that he didn't joker just means you definitely don't have 4 aces? Both valid. I mean, there's a lot of work that Vendetta can get done right now. But it's going to be a minefield of queens and jays and kings. I can only imagine. And there we go. Unless you joker this. Okay, no acrobatics. This probably implies he has a joker. Still follow up, yeah. At this point, 2 extra cards is not going to help him all that much. Okay, Vendetta going for his own aces. Possibly a surgical strike block mix-up here, trying to lure a, trying to cow him off of throws. making it tempting for him to play the Q because there's no indication. Yeah, making it tempting to play the Q because Vendetta is acting as if the 1-speed triple ace play is dominant. So if Q then Q, I think here for Djister. Okay, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Midori is at that life total where he definitely does not want to eat a surgical strike for 36. Also implying that he probably doesn't have a Q to reveal. Or just isn't willing to play it into a block when a dodge will also defeat the mix-up. Ooh. Acrobatics here? Yeah. This is a tough place to be as Vendetta. So now every attack you have is dominated. Every throw you have was dominated anyway. You probably can't dodge because of the threat, even on 2 cards of a Dragon Q or Dragon J, or just raw King. And you can't acrobatics from here. And such low health that even blocking dragon moves is going to, you know, you're 3 blocks away from. Oh, going for the throw anyway. It's fair. On 3 cards, you just need to be right once. Yeah, no damage, essentially. So assuming the 2 hasn't been immediately drawn, or the 3 reveal wasn't just a valuation trap, J is very strong here. And that's it. GG, standing 8. Well played. Good games, Shax. Yeah. Alright, see you. This may be the last one of the recording. I'm not sure if there's an additional round, but we'll see. And if there is, I will see you shortly.